Welcome to Life Philosophy, a place where simple stories reveal profound truths, where every word invites stillness and self-reflection. Let's pause for a moment in this fast-paced world to listen and truly see what really matters in life. The final stage of life, recognizing the subtle signs of decline in the elderly. The aging process is an inevitable part of the biological life cycle, bringing profound changes to both the body and mind. Especially in the final stages of life, older adults often exhibit subtle signs that signal a gradual decline in overall functioning. Recognizing these signs early isn't about trying to change the laws of nature, but about helping us prepare better, to accompany our loved ones with compassion and create more meaningful, peaceful final days, minimizing regrets. Below are 5 important signs commonly seen in the elderly as they approach the end of life. 1. A marked decrease in appetite. One of the first signs to watch for is a significant drop in appetite. Seniors may suddenly eat far less than usual, even when it comes to foods they once loved. They might take only a few bites during meals or sip on water or broth throughout the day. While many chalk this up to aging or frailty, it can actually be the body's way of transitioning into its final phase. As we age, digestion slows down and organs begin to lose function, leading to a loss of hunger and thirst. Forcing an elderly person to eat during this stage may cause more discomfort than benefit. What matters most is their comfort, offering soft, easy-to-digest foods in small portions, without worry or blame. 2. Social withdrawal and quietness. Another common sign is a reduction in social interaction. Elderly individuals may become unusually quiet and less interested in conversations. Rather than chatting with family like before, they might respond with short answers or remain silent for long periods. This withdrawal isn't necessarily due to sadness or unwillingness to talk, it may reflect a deep fatigue and a fading life force. They may feel too tired for daily concerns or disconnected from what's happening around them. Some may even begin to mention deceased loved ones or speak about their own departure. These are not ominous statements but rather expressions of their awareness of what lies ahead. In such moments, patience and attentive listening are essential. Don't pressure them to talk, but don't leave them feeling alone either. A simple presence, holding their hand, or sitting quietly beside them can bring immense comfort. 3. Increased sleep and deep rest. A noticeable increase in sleep is also a significant indicator. Someone who once maintained a steady routine may begin sleeping longer, more deeply, and become harder to wake. This isn't just a sign of aging, it's the body's natural way of conserving energy and reducing fatigue as it slows down. In some cases, people at the end of life may enter extended periods of sleep or, conversely, experience a sudden burst of clarity and energy, a final rally, before slipping into eternal rest. This moment of lucidity can mislead loved ones into thinking health is improving, but in fact, it may signal the final shift. It's important to observe other signs, such as appetite and interaction, and to cherish those lucid moments by being present and expressing love. 4. Memory loss and confusion. Forgetfulness is a normal part of aging, but in the final phase of life, confusion may become more pronounced. Seniors might forget recent events, ask the same questions repeatedly, or even confuse family members. Interestingly, they may vividly recall distant memories and speak as if conversing with people who have already passed. Spatial disorientation may also occur. They may feel lost in their own home or ask, "When can I go home?" These signs may reflect that their mind is beginning to exist in a different time or space, one that feels more familiar or safe. Instead of correcting or scolding them, respond with patience, love, and gentle guidance to help them feel secure. Above all, your affection and presence matter most in this phase. The 5th sign is unusual behavioral changes, sometimes expressed as subtle farewells. Some elderly individuals, in their final days, may exhibit striking changes in personality or actions. A person who was once quiet may suddenly become more open. Someone who was frugal might begin giving away possessions or offering parting advice to loved ones. What seems like ordinary behavior may actually carry the weight of goodbye. They might reach out to people they haven't spoken to in years, reminisce about the past, or quietly begin tidying their personal space and putting things in order. These actions, however small, often reflect an internal preparation for a long journey ahead. As mentioned in the third sign, some people experience a moment of unexpected clarity and vitality just before they pass. These are precious moments that deserve to be cherished. Recognizing such signals gives us the opportunity to be present, to listen, to say the things that matter most. B. In addition to external signs, the passing of an elderly person is often influenced by deeper, underlying causes, not just age alone. Understanding these contributing factors gives us a more complete picture and allows us to take appropriate steps to support and extend the meaningful years of our loved ones' lives. Here are 5 key reasons why older adults may decline and pass away sooner than expected. 1. The silent progression of chronic conditions. Old age in itself is not a direct cause of death, it is the chronic illnesses that have quietly existed in the body that often lead to deterioration. Conditions such as high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, kidney failure, liver dysfunction, or chronic lung disease can develop and worsen over years without obvious symptoms. They gradually weaken vital organs and reduce the body's resilience. When complications arise, such as stroke, heart failure, or severe infections, the decline can be rapid, and recovery is difficult due to the body's already weakened state. That's why regular medical checkups are critical, to detect, monitor, and manage these conditions before they escalate into something life-threatening. 2. A loss of the will to live. Mental and emotional health play an enormous role in longevity, especially in old age. Many elderly individuals live long and relatively fulfilling lives despite illness because they maintain joy and a strong will to live. On the other hand, even those without major health issues can deteriorate quickly if they fall into depression, sadness, or a sense of purposelessness. The loss of a loved one, feelings of loneliness, or the belief that they are no longer needed can lead to a deep emotional withdrawal. Loneliness in old age can be more devastating than disease. Acts of love, attention, meaningful conversation, and opportunities to stay involved in family life are some of the most powerful emotional medicines that can restore hope and energy. 3. A weakened immune system. As part of the natural aging process, the immune system declines over time, making the elderly more susceptible to illness and less capable of recovery. The immune system, our body's defense against infections and disease, gradually loses its effectiveness. Wounds heal more slowly, and common infections like colds, pneumonia, or urinary tract infections can escalate quickly and become life-threatening, especially when paired with chronic diseases. Strengthening the immune system through a balanced diet, gentle physical activity, sun exposure, and staying up to date with essential vaccinations, such as flu and pneumonia shots, is one of the most effective ways to reduce these risks. The 4th reason is the lack of proper care and attention. Caring for the elderly goes far beyond just meeting their physical needs, food, clothing, and medicine. It also involves emotional support, companionship, and understanding. When this emotional care is missing, when they feel abandoned, live in loneliness, or are overly controlled, it can deeply affect their well-being. At times, an unsuitable living environment, sudden changes in routine, or the feeling of being lost and disconnected, especially when living far from home, can accelerate their decline. True care means listening, respecting, and enabling them to engage in activities suited to their health. Most importantly, it means being there, spending real time with them, talking, and letting them feel they are still a vital part of the family. The 5th reason is the natural biological changes of the body. Beyond illness or emotional factors, there comes a point in life when the human body naturally slows down, preparing itself for the end. This is a deep aging process where all the organs gradually and collectively decrease in function, not due to any specific disease. The heart beats more faintly, the lungs breathe less efficiently, and other systems begin to rest. The signs may include eating less, sleeping more, moving slower, and eventually just wanting to lie still. This is a gentle, natural process the body goes through when it no longer has the energy to maintain full activity. At this stage, the most important thing is the presence of loved ones, to create a peaceful, comforting atmosphere so the person can pass with warmth and serenity. After examining the hidden signs and underlying causes of health decline in the elderly, we realize that sometimes the most important signals are the ones most easily overlooked in the chaos of life. The following story is a profound reminder of that truth, a gentle wake-up call about the power of timely love and presence. The father by the window in a worn-down house nestled along a village road, old Mr. Two would sit quietly every day on a bamboo chair on the porch, eyes gazing into the distance. It had been over a month since his only son, Nam, last visited. Phone calls had become nothing more than rushed promises, "I'll come when I have time." But that, when, kept getting pushed back. Mr. Two didn't blame his son. He understood how busy life in the city could be. But as the years passed, the house grew emptier, the solo meals lonelier. He still took care of himself, but his health was clearly declining, eating less, sleeping poorly. Deep down, he sensed his time was running out. Neighbors, noticing his growing frailty, warned Nam several times. But Nam, thinking his father was as strong as ever, brushed it off. As the crisp air of late autumn set in, Mr. Two began acting differently. He meticulously cleaned the house, organized belongings, especially old family keepsakes. He pulled out a photo of Nam as a child, smiled gently, and sighed. One afternoon, he called Nam. His voice was slower than usual. "Nam, stop by if you can. There's something I'd like to talk to you about." Nam, caught up in a meeting, ignored the call, planning to return it later. That night, when he called back, Mr. Two simply said, "Nothing important, I just wanted to hear your voice," then hung up. Nam didn't realize that may have been a subtle goodbye. A few days later, the neighbors reported that Mr. Two was barely eating, just lying in bed all day. This time, Nam finally panicked. He urgently took leave from work and rushed back to his hometown. When he arrived, an unusual silence filled the house. The door was slightly ajar. A dim yellow light flickered inside. Nam stepped in, called for his father, but no response. He hurried to the bedroom and found his father lying still on the bed, face calm as if in sleep. But the coldness in his hand sent a chill down Nam's spine. Mr. Two had passed, quietly, without a final word. In the corner of the room, Nam found a small bundle his father had prepared, a short letter, an old notebook filled with memories, and Nam's childhood handkerchief. There were no words of blame, only the things his father wanted to leave behind. Nam broke down in tears, realizing how many signs he had ignored, how many chances he had missed to be there for his father. The story of Mr. Two and Nam is a heartbreaking reminder for all of us. In the fast pace of life, we sometimes forget that our loved ones are growing older and weaker with each passing day, and that our time with them is limited. Don't let empty promises become painful regrets when the one who was waiting is no longer there. Cherish every moment. Speak words of love. Show you care while you still can. Because sometimes, just one phone call or a timely hand to hold is enough to warm the final days of a person's life. Life may be short, but it's enough, if we slow down and understand it. Thank you for listening. Keep spreading love, wisdom, and gratitude, because sometimes, a single insight today can change a lifetime tomorrow. See you in the next reflection.